So that's not showing people.
Are we tied in? We're not tied in.
I have no idea. It was supposed to just be a simple one.
It's working on it in May here in a minute. All right, welcome to the August 8th Board of Public Works and Safety. Get a chance to look over the minutes.
I did, motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I need give me communications, Beth. Need a motion to open a public hearing concerning 802 Main Street.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, just a little information. Andy Schatz and I met with David Zalewski yesterday. Told him what we expected. That building's still not sealed up. He's supposed to do that right away. We had asked 2 weeks ago when we met with him for permission to get in there for inspection. He didn't give it to us. We told him we're gonna get in that building. And we're going this route to do it. And he was okay with that. Told him we coordinate Gary Madlam with his schedule to go in with him and show him what needs to be done and to see if there's any concerns with the buildings, adjacent buildings. Heather, do you want to take it from here, or do you have anything you want to say on this?
So we just call him and set something up with Gary, just Gary, or is Andy gonna be there also, or is it just?
I
Just-
would recommend TJ be there since it involves fire.
I'd rather be
involved too.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't need to be there.
so really be, your schedule's probably
Okay.
less lenient than ours, so,
call Gary.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Whenever
guys got,
David,
have you
David's
guys got the court order yet?
well, that's what we're here for, the public hearing, that was, and then he spoke to him, so he wasn't able to make it this morning, so, that's why I told him to make sure he states everything on record, so. everything's
Yeah,
on
we-
record.
He asked,
Yeah, I mean, we need a court order to get in the building.
well, we have the court order, right?
Andy can draw that up once,
Oh, okay.
once we had
I got you.
David's permission, so I'll call David and see if I can get something in writing from him.
He wouldn't give us permission yesterday.
Oh, I thought that's what this.
Well,
was.
I mean, it was my understanding that we were going through the courts to get permission, and that's
Okay.
what you'd said when I talked to you on the phone a couple
Yeah.
days ago. We're just going to go through that process.
We were hoping he would just give permission.
Yeah, but I asked you, then I said, if he does give us permission on our meeting on Thursday, does that supersede would you drop the court order? He said, I'll just go ahead and go through this route. So we're going through the court order route.
I'll email Andy when I get back and let him know to get that full order started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is there any public comment on that? Okay. So is that all we need to cover on the public hearing? As far as you know, Heather?
Yeah, then I'll get said I'll email Andy, so it was pretty quick on the other court order we just did, so
Okay.
it should be.
So do we need we need a motion to close the public hearing then?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is there any vote that needs to take place? Heather, that you're aware of? I don't know of anything from this.
We need to be open.
Okay, all right. Okay, I don't have anything on old business unless somebody has something. New business, Julie.
Nickel plate, we discussed this months ago before we had paperwork to turn in. Nothing's really changed road closure wise and all that. I intend to give Beth a copy today. The only thing that has changed between then and now is our DORA ordinance. And we had discussed that. It wouldn't be around any festivities for children. Anything with the nickel plate for kids is done by 4 o'clock. And we've had a couple local restaurant owners wanting to come downtown at like 5, 6 o'clock. And I thought that's, the Tetra truck's over and the children's activities are done by 4. So with your permission, I'd like to add that to the application and get it in today. Yeah, it's local it's Uncorked and Tippecanoe Brew want to come down and be a part of it. They're a little out of reach of the festival as far as walk by with their location, but
Need a motion to,
So you're asking for permission to go outside of the door
No, to bring them down to the
The
festival.
door.
Dora allows beer tents and such, but as a
They're in the
community,
door.
we agreed not to do it around.
Right around
you
kids,
know.
yeah.
They're in the Dora, but they're just up
Right, they're
far into the
between
fest.
Yes, we want them to have a beer tent down with the
Where
festivities.
activities going on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll make the motion to that effect.
Second.
And I'll put that to you today, Beth.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Do you know any details on the parade?
Well, it's up to 65.
What, as far as the route, is it turning down 9th Street or going to 8th Street and turning down 8th?
I'll confirm that today.
Okay. And
High
then
school to, because,
up 15th to Main Street and Main down to either 8th or 9th and then just west.
Last year they went to 8th because they went by the courthouse, then turned.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I
they
assume-
went west, yes.
Yeah, they
I
went west.
had it east, I was like, no,
Yeah, they went to,
Left, they
that's
turned
fine,
left.
yes, thank you. We had an Elton John concert last night, I'm not all there yet.
I assume they got their NDOT permit to close State Road 25 on Main
Yes.
Street.
Yes, and we have a Touch a Truck program, and there's a handful of people in the parade that want to deviate from that plan and pull into the courthouse. And that's something we're working on. The
Okay.
best way to handle that is, it's probably to let them exit the way we've determined and then circle back.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
time does Touch a Truck start?
Noon,
At noon, okay.
and that gives you enough time, we thought,
Yeah,
parade to,
that's the only thing I didn't know,
Yeah.
what time for that to start.
and Touch a Truck goes till 4. So hence the children's activities and the art for them there. Yeah, the parade's gonna be big. There's some neat stuff in it this year, and the music at the festival is wonderful, so. Do your rain dance.
so is that all you have then? Okay. In your anniversary event, you wanna speak on that?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, TJ Lining there. Janet wanted to apologize. She couldn't be here today. So I'm filling in for her. So August, the Friday, the 15th and Saturday, the 16th, we'll be having a 50th anniversary. We're requesting to have a section of the 17th Street in between us and where Whitman is, kind of blocked off. So we can have a bit more room for the festivities and still have enough parking area. We'll be having some vendors there, a couple different food booths, Dick's Taco Truck, and the Elephant Red Farmer Elephant Ears. Also, we'll have a dunk tank on Saturday. Proceeds going to the animal shelter, which Fulton County Animal Shelter, which will also be there. WROI is there on Friday. So kind of a couple different things on both days. So I think we talked with Dwayne for the city about getting some barrels to get it, that section kind of blocked off. And then she gave me all the paperwork. You just let me know who I need to submit that to.
TJ, I noticed on the page about the emergency plan that you guys said no, but we have an example of one if you want to stop with Kelly and pick that up, so then you can have a.
I certainly will. Do I need to change what I have on here then if I do that? Did you need me to alter something on here? if I-
Well, I can just put a note that you're gonna.
Just a
pick
note,
that up
okay.
and take care of it. You just have to change a few things. It's like a template.
Okay,
So,
all right, I'll get with Kelly to do that.
okay, thanks.
Dwayne, you're clear on what the barricade, where they go, so, okay.
Minutes.
That's all right.
Approval, right? Full closure.
Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very good, TJ,
Thank you.
thanks.
TJ Leiner, Leininger.
Okay, thanks.
Any other,
Yes, ma'am.
any other new business? Okay, Chief Shots.
Good morning. You got my monthly report, for the month of July, 26 accidents. 151. You want to think this, point a lot out, 202 traffic out. Good street. We're up to almost 5,400 calls. Incidents for the month. Last year, we had 5,400 for the entire year. So, been a busy year.
Anything you attribute that to?
Younger guys, more activity, a lot of more self-initiated calls, traffic stops, attention contacts, things like that. I can't narrow it down to any one.
One thing, okay, so I'm just curious, if there's some trend we should be considering, right?
What's that?
I just wasn't sure if it's something that had changed, that shifted the call.
No, just me wanting more out of the guys.
That's a good thing.
And then, 19 people incarcerated, you have the crimes people are lodged for. Other than, Saturday, not a great turnout, to be honest. We're probably gonna try it one more year. And if it doesn't pick up, we might just do away with it and try something different. He said, just wasn't a great turnout. And it was kind of a last minute, we had to move the date. It was the same day as Fulton Fun Days, the Saturday before school starts. Everybody was probably out school shopping, so I'll take the blame for some of it. We might move it to maybe mid-June next year and see if that changes things. Instead of not so late in the summer. Early on, parents are active with in the summer, they're active with their kids and want to get involved in everything. By late in July, they're just burnt out. So we'll see. We'll make some adjustments. I really want to market it and advertise it and maybe get some face painters. A few other activities just for something else to do, but I really don't want to. I want to give it one more year. And then we're still waiting on the second vehicle for to show up. I expect any time. That's all I have unless you have any questions.
Trent, may I interject something? Beth and I attended the police in the park. We had the opportunity to visit with every police officer there. And what we found was the camaraderie between the officers, the dignity, the respect for each other, how well they worked with the county police officers that were there. The drone exhibit was quite impressive. The drug dog was quite impressive. And I think if people knew how important these parts were, that they would be impressed as well and realize this is part of our service and coverage. And then we meandered down to the fire truck, and TJ was closing the doors. But as we walked around, he opened the doors up. I saw the Spencer sign on the door. We all know about Spencer. He opened that door up. We saw the inner workings of the fire truck, the jaws of life. He mentioned there's seatbelts in the fire truck, which I thought there are always seatbelts. I mean, I understand why fire trucks are so expensive. And I understand the attraction for young men and women to become a fireman or a volunteer fireman or a policeman. So these guys are doing an excellent job. And the camaraderie, everything that stems from the top management. So we have two very good managers in our police fire department.
Couldn't agree more.
Appreciate it.
Outstanding.
Thank you, James. Thanks to both of you for your service, so. All right, anything else, Andy?
No, that's it.
TJ?
Run report for July, medical finally went in. Up at 6, 1 vehicle fire, 7 alarms, 6 accidents. Fire protection for the fair. 2 inspections, 1 gas leak, 2 field fires, 1 rescue, and 6 public assistance. Personnel, Spencer Backus started on Tuesday. He is our intern from the high school. So for the first semester, he comes in for an hour a day, goes over trucks and tries to learn a little bit about what we do there. Equipment, I was up at South Haven on Wednesday and met with the boat, Go Lake up there, got the paper signed for that. That boat is ordered, and then I went over to Spencer and talked to them about that tanker coming in. The truck was there. It is not scheduled to come into the shop to begin the process of building that until late December, early January. Still puts it right in that timeline. They thought somewhere around June we'd get that truck next year. So nothing has changed there. Everything's up. And then we've been looking at some of the extrication tools. We still have 2 sets that are hydraulic, meaning the hoses are attached to them versus the battery operated like we have tethered to the truck. You park the truck right next to where you need them, or pick those tools up with the pump and everything and carry them to the site you need. So we're kind of exploring what the cost of updating those sets of tools would be. Training, we were out at the railroad yard with that company and did some hazmat training with them. Spent most of the day with them, and then did some high angle rope. Also started a morning PT system for 30 minutes a day. That's been on there for the month and part of our fit review program with trying to instill, so. Every day the guys are out there faxing gear, doing firefighter stuff like they should be.
Good deal. All right. Thank you, Jay. Wastewater, Marcus.
The lab, we did our normal plant testing, our DNR QA/QC 44 for 2025 is now completed. Our wet test now is completed for 2025. Our third floor sampling for Lau and Rochester Metals is complete. At the plant, treatment filter project, we have now received the reimbursement check, so that's 100% done. DQ tank, we are still waiting on some parts for the blower that we had to order. Our septic receiving system that has now been moved to August from those guys from California. Merrill Brothers, we did have a load pickup. They took 6 loads 2 weeks ago. We're gonna do our next load pickup on the 18th. Our second stage is still offline. The new motor is not received at this time. In collections, normal locates, normal lift station duties. We are still doing our manhole and line updates on Ziptility. We did schedule the night shifts. We're gonna just do that the last week of August, so probably be 2 to 3 days. So we'll have guys out in the middle of the night. I'll let Andy's crew know, that way they'll know. We are pulling and replacing Victoria Park lift station. We were supposed to do that last week. We are doing that now on 8/14. We assisted the water department a couple times on some digs, and then Colonial Bay lift station, we have all those pipes replaced, so that's 100% complete.
Okay. Thank you. Stormwater, Randy, you got any updates?
We got 26,000 feet cleaned this month. We're done with, except for one pipe where we found that NIPSCO line was cross-bored through the storm sewer. We've got Manitowoc Heights done. We got this section over here done between 8th and First Street. And we're over working on this side of town behind the church, but we've also found another one over there that the storm sewer have been cross-bored with a NIPSCO line, and we called them in yesterday and they're gonna remove them so we can finish it. But that's about it.
You and I talked, just to update these guys on the issue. It was on social media a couple weeks ago and the flooding we had down by the bagel shop. The problem that we gotta address on that.
Oh, and I was mistaken on that. That's the sanitary that's reduced. But what we did find down at the outfall that the pipes are plugged. And then right outside of Farm Bureau, there's a pair of dry wells sitting in there, and we went in, or we had the guys go in there and they vacuumed them out and cleaned them out. And they've also ran them lines, but like I said, when you get to the outfall, which turns and goes by the old Gertie's building, the pipes are plugged up, so we got to work on that. But within, I'd say, half hour, 45 minutes, that was all gone. So I mean, it's moving. It's just slow.
Okay.
So that'll correct the issue when you clean the pipes up.
Yeah, when we get them clean. But we're just having trouble getting through them. We're gonna have to get back in there and look some more. We might end up having to replace them.
All right. Anything else? Glad you're back with us.
Oh, thanks.
Shoulder surgery and thought it'd be a month, and it wasn't as bad as we thought, so.
You look younger.
Yeah.
That liposuction you had done really well.
That's being recorded.
Dwayne?
Not much since my last report. The only thing significant this week, we did, the guys were using a chipper in the restricted area, and when they backed up, they backed into a private automobile and did some damage, and I'm working with the owner right now as far as getting those repairs done on their car. The other thing is, want to introduce Landon Knotts. He's our supervisor for maintenance at the park, and, he's my right-hand man there. And he's really taken a lot of the pressure off me as far as managing two different places, so he's done a great job. The guys like him, and, they're pretty critical, so I think he must be doing something right, so glad to have him.
Welcome. On behalf of the
I
board.
want to
welcome
say
you.
something about
Thank
that.
you for your service.
When you left us and went on vacation,
Yeah.
rude. Land, we had a festival at the theater, Spirit Lake, and I called Landon, and it was seamless.
Great, that's what I want to hear.
Do you have any updates on, the road project at the tower site as well as McDonald Drive?
So, Eric is out there working on the sewer portion of it. We've got the area cleared. I know he's been focusing on moving all the topsoil over out of the way so he can get to everything. The piece to the east of the truck stop that we want to have cleaned up prior to the ribbon cutting. My guys are going out there to pick up the trash and everything out of there, and then Randy's gonna run the talk through there and clean that up, so we've got some good parking for that. That's where we're at with that right now.
The McDonald Drive's due to start first week in September.
McDonald Drive right now is supposed to start between the 1st and the 8th of September. And we also have the 4th Street and between Main and the railroad tracks that will be coming up in September, which will include the sidewalks on the north side of the street. And then at that time, we'll also fix the hump there at the railroad tracks. And then on top of that, then we'll be working at the park and repaving all that. So EMB is going to be camped out in Rochester probably the month of September.
Talked to Jody Koblenz last night with USI. It was her suggestion to wait till the July application for the extension of Rochester Crossing to the possible potential hotel site. But she's doing all the legwork now and getting some scope and fees possible to us soon on what that might look like. Yeah, I think we were originally gonna try for this fall's application, but it's gonna be too rushed, and I don't see a big need for that right now, since we haven't really landed the hotel yet, so. Time-wise, we should be fine, and we can go ahead and do what we did with McDonald Drive, if construction would happen to start, next year, put that base down, and then, which we'll have to have down anyway in order to make, to qualify for the CCMG on that, so.
Right, basic road.
Yeah, so anyway, moving forward on that. Okay, Landon, you're up.
I don't have anything to share.
I set him up. I told him to show up. You don't need to talk.
Pool going well?
It's going good, it seems like. No issues. Oh, when's it close? Next
17.
17th.
Yeah. This is the last full week, and then next week we'll be down all week, and then it'll open for the weekend. And then that'll be it for the season.
Okay.
So.
Guys, I'd like to ask you more questions. Trying to think of something.
The participation at the pool is
He's
still high.
learning to work under pressure.
Yeah.
At least he's willing to, he's telling you to fire him at him, he's willing to take him.
Yeah, the numbers are still strong at the pool, right?
Yep.
Probably tailing off now that school started, I assume.
I spoke with Lori yesterday. She said even with school starting back up, she's still got a lot of people coming in there and things are going well.
Good. Pavilion at the golf course, is the tables halfway clean for tomorrow?
I'll get them there.
Good man.
Make sure everything's cleaned up.
He's all
We don't have any issues at the pavilion, and I think
I know many times they set up the cooking area at the south end of the pavilion. I'm gonna have them set up on the north end where it's shaded and more visible tomorrow morning or to whenever they show up. I'll be around in the morning. I'm gonna try and play in the afternoon flight, but I'll be around to help any way you need or whoever. I don't know if you're even gonna be around tomorrow, but
I can be if I'm needed.
I don't know that we need you. I just want to let you know they're gonna set up on the north end.
Yep.
so we did upgrade that pavilion last year, so there is power. In the past, they used to have to run extension cords into the cart barn. So last year we did upgrade that. There's power in the pavilion. There's plenty of outlets, so shouldn't have any problem with that.
All right, very good. Thanks, Landon. Appreciate it. And I've heard nothing but good reports too. So we're gonna give you a bad report once in a while just to keep you down, you know, we don't really, but even if we have to make one up, we'll make up something.
All right.
Thanks anyway. I appreciate it. All right, Derek.
Monthly duties for the month of July. We dug up and fixed the service line leak at West Sixth Street and Clay Street. Sewer department assisted us with the back door on that. Garrett Lease actually dug it for us. I was in Florida at the time. Made a new 1-inch tap at 529 West Sixth Street for the new Habitat House. And then we dug up and fixed a pretty good 12-inch main valve leak at West 8th Street and Sweet Gum Road. Sewer department assisted us in that, and actually, Chris Brown and Levi were driving by it towards the end of the day, and they offered to haul pea gravel and stone for us with us after hours. So they did that for us to help us get that quickly repaired as much as we could and as quick as we could. We didn't finish our day until 7 o'clock that night, but it would have been longer than that if they wouldn't have actually hauled for us. But I thank them for that. I think they did really good in helping us as well. Call outs, Joe was called out on the 26th at 6:10 PM, 428 East 14th Street for an emergency locate for Duke Energy. That's when that storm came through. It took down 3 power lines back there or something. So he did locates for that. Only other thing was to piggyback off of Dwayne out of the tower site. I've asked Commonwealth to come back in and restake the center line of the road for Garrick. And I think they're actually gonna stake the elevations on there as well for him. That should help make that go quicker once he's done with the sewer line. I know Commonwealth's coming back out to mark the center of the tower site for where the tower's gonna sit as well. I don't know if they're gonna do that at the same time or come back again. That's up to them, however they choose to do that. And then, both notices to proceed for the Division A, Division B projects are already signed and ready to go. I know Caldwell Tanks, has already submitted a schedule. As it looks now, that tower will be final completion is February 27. And then I have not seen the schedule for, Willpower Excavating yet on the actual water main stuff. They did call locate in today, for Country Meadows area, so I'm assuming that we'll be seeing that schedule from Willpower here quickly.
Yeah.
I know once we signed the notice to proceed, they had 180 days to mobilize in, so. And then once they mobilize in, I think they only got 90 days to finish the Country Meadows side of things, and then after that, it's whatever their schedule is until they're done.
Yeah. The groundbreaking, a couple days ago, we put that together. It's gonna be 10 o'clock on the 16th of September. Commonwealth's handling all the invites and the tent, and we'll have state, federal legislators, I'm assuming, news media. So try and get our industrial park
16.
advertised best we can. So I think they'll do a good job with that. So keep that on your calendar.
Mike, will you make sure you and you're gonna drop that Susan to get ready to look for it?
And it's going to be west.
It'll be where they're working right now with that roadside
I
west
was
of
just trying to give Tyrus kind of. an
west of
idea
the
where
truck
it's gonna
stop,
go.
the Marciano truck
Yeah,
stop.
that's what I thought. West of the truck stop.
Out of the truck stop for the open.
I'm sorry, south of the
South
truck
of
stop,
South.
west side of 50.
Commonwealth will have signs up pointing people to the right direction. I think they're gonna try to get everybody to be able to park across the street from the truck stop, where the way you guys are gonna clean that up at. And then, yeah, start seeing a lot of things happening. They're replacing 39 hydrants in Manitou Heights, so. It's gonna be a massive project in the Heights as well.
There's gonna be food out there.
Actually don't.
I think we said no, didn't we? We didn't want to mess with it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I know,
Bring your own food,
Dixon Engineering offered to do food if that's what Commonwealth wanted to do, but I don't know how.
We'll let them handle it. They can do what they wish.
Other than that, that's all I have.
All right. Is there anything else before we go to claims? Anyone? Okay. Need a motion to approve the claims and payroll?
Make a motion that we approve claims number 43795 through 43952 totaling $927,582.96. Same time approving payroll for the pay periods of July 21st through August 3rd totaling $230,856.48.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So one quick announcement, Modern Materials is having a 50-year anniversary the same weekend as you guys, Anyards. Theirs is from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. on the 16th, August 16th, so they do have, asked for an RSVP, so if you're interested, see me.
Maybe we could better. Thank you. I think it's the thing about the RSVP is done.
It's like my Christmas cards.
Could you stop?